Also coming up on Local 5 News at 5:30, they're off. The ride across the state is underway. We'll hit the road for RAGBRAI, day number 1. And a tragic start to the beginning of RAGBRAI this morning. The Iowa State Patrol telling us that a man was struck and killed by the driver of a pickup truck around 6:40 this morning. Now, the crash happened at the 2-mile marker of Highway 34 just east of the Missouri River. 72-year-old Wayne Azell of Jacksonville, Florida, died in the accident. And ISP officials telling us that both Azell and the driver were headed west along the roadway when that collision occurred. The incident remains under investigation. Stay with Local 5 as we continue to learn more information about what exactly happened. And those taking part in the ride today started by dipping out their tires in the water. And now it's onward to the Mississippi. This year, RAGBRAI goes through the southern part of the state. Thousands are heading from Glenwood to Shenandoah, where they will stay tonight. And then it's on to Creston, to Leon, over to Centerville, up to Ottumwa, next over to Washington, and ending in Muscatine. Local 5's Elias Johnson has more from the road in day 1.
Depending on what time of day you strapped on the helmet, you either got really hot today or soaked. Either way, you were definitely tired. Let's face it, riding across the state of Iowa is never easy, but this year's ride kicked off with just about as much emotion as it did with those rolling hills. It's official. Yay! 7 miles east of the Missouri River, it begins.
You've got to do that. You've got to dip the tires.
This ceremonial tire dip into the blue tub gives riders a slight advantage, shaving off distance, one they'll gladly take.
The first day is always hard getting back into it. You know, once you hit day 2, day 3, it evens out pretty well, but first day is always challenging.
With today's temperatures and 2,614 miles of climb, 31.5 miles can feel a lot longer.
We were just talking about that. I said it's a pretty rough takeoff for RAGBRAI. I said I can't believe that the hills are right out of the gate. There's a lot of people that are struggling.
Especially when the ride stops unexpectedly.
How many miles did we put in before the first flat?
I'll have to check my odometer. About 1.
No matter what the road has in store for this year's riders,
Oh, look at that helmet.
Jenny and Will's car have a front row seat.
We love to see the tandems with the little kids on the back. That's fun.
Even they can see the struggle this year is real.
Just wondering if they're going to make it all the way to the other side.
Resting points between overnight towns are the boost some of these riders carry with them until just outside Melbourne, where a team of riders from Michigan hang pictures.
Debbie Bradley, and then the second friend we lost in the same accident is Suzanne Sipple. They both were killed in an accident in Michigan last month.
This year, the Silent Mile honors cyclists killed in bicycle accidents across the country.
I wasn't going to come this year, but this made me.
It was at this special spot Sunday, singled out along a path of 425 miles, the mood shifts. And for some, RAGBRAI 2016 truly begins.
Okay, now we got Mike.
Okay, I was waiting for you.
On a day where we remember the cyclists who have fallen, unfortunately another name was added to that list early this morning. News of the rider who was hit and killed this morning traveled very slowly. Rural Iowa is a tough place to get cell phone service, or there's just too many people at once trying to access those towers. Most people do know about what happened this morning, and it will likely give RAGBRAI a little different meaning for them as they head across our state, but it will continue. Tomorrow we go from Shenandoah over to Creston, and as always, I'll take you along for the ride. From Shenandoah, I'm Elias Johnson, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Well, tens of thousands of bike riders have taken over Creston tonight.
It is the final stop for RAGBRAI riders after the longest day of biking through southern Iowa.
Riders have reached the summit, nearly 4,000 feet of climbing from Shenandoah to Creston. Not an easy ride, over 70 miles long today. But now it's time to relax.
Imagine being that sober person at a big party.
Some of us get a little stupid or crazy.
I'm single and ready to mingle.
Easier for some than others, especially at RAGBRAI, where there's always someone not far away, like Officer Ty Bolbra from Council Bluffs, with a clear head.
Just keep an eye on things right now.
Keeping that watchful eye can be lonely at times, more so now for Shenandoah Chief Chris Griebert than ever before.
You see a lot of the bad stories on the news and TV and stuff, and it kind of makes you think, well, why am I doing this? You know, I'm either trying to make the community better, and people aren't appreciating and dragging you down.
It didn't take long for this bizarre mix of carefree bicyclists who officers are in charge of protecting
to do something amazing.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.
Have a good ride.
You guys rock.
Just said thank you and said we appreciate what you're doing.
They get a lot of love on RAGBRAI from the various riders.
This year, more love from random strangers than usual.
There has been a lot more people approaching me, shaking my hand, thanking us for our service, and that's been pretty nice.
I wouldn't miss this week for the world, just to see those guys, the officers, see our teammates. Unless you've done it and experienced it, you wouldn't understand it.
We know at least a couple guys who do.
It's always nice to have them on your side, you know.
It makes me remember why I started the job in the first place.
And that's a big reason why many of those law enforcement officers continue coming back every year for RAGBRAI, just like those riders they're looking out for. For Local 5 News, I'm Elias Johnson, riding RAGBRAI. We are Iowa.
Well, on to RAGBRAI coverage tonight as the small town of Leon is overrun with bicyclists. Today's route started out in Creston, then traveled 58 miles to Leon for that overnight stop. It was a very hilly ride today, and Local 5's Elias Johnson rode it all.
61 miles and over 3,000 feet of climb. Before today, never done anything like that before on a bicycle. One thing's for sure, though, if you ride an entire leg of RAGBRAI, there is a lot that you see.
This is awesome. This is great. I'm very excited, and she wants to do it next year.
How many you gone through?
35. How many getting Good.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Diagonal.
You know what, when you show up and they have the band at the beginning of the town and they're welcoming you and telling you facts, that's amazing, and you know they want you here.
Right.
How tough is that hill with the longboard?
Not easy, but the down makes it worth it.
What do people say to you when they come across you?
Oh, thighs of steel. You're the man. You're such an inspiration.
We are.
They just say really nice things, and it all means a lot to me. So
good for you.
Keep me going.
Bikers turn left. Turn left. I'll be saying bikers turn left in my sleep all night.
Hi! I'm a banana! Banana!
Welcome to our house. Enjoy yourself.
And just like we've done all week, we're going to do it again tomorrow, all the way to Centerville. Luckily, not as big of a climb, but a few more miles than today. Either way, we'll take you along for the ride. In Leon, Elias Johnson, riding RAGBRAI, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Yeah, as Elias said, the riders are headed off to Centerville bright and early tomorrow, and we'll be there to cover it too.
Well, it is day 4 of RAGBRAI today. The goal is 65.1 miles. Today, from Leon, riders biked up to Garden Grove. After that, the route continued east onward to Bethlehem, and from there, RAGBRAIers ended the day in Centerville. And while on the road to RAGBRAI, some even roll across True Love.
Yeah, it's out there, Stephanie. And today, our own Elias Johnson caught up with 2 people who owe their marriage to the ride across Iowa.
This is what it's all about here at RAGBRAI, camping out for the night. A lot of teams calling this home, and some couples calling it home too, including one from Des Moines celebrating a very special day here at RAGBRAI. To bike over 400 miles in 7 days by choice, a person must either love cycling.
It's always been my, has been my drug of choice, you know, the bicycle in general.
Or enjoy a big challenge.
By the end of the day, you're road weary. I mean, you're just tired from the jarring.
Luckily for Kim West and Sue Cook, it's a little of both.
You knew it was going to work. We've got same riding styles. We both have light-speed single bikes, but it's always good. And you just reach back and touch hands, and everything's good. You know, I mean, it really is.
Life on the bike was so good, the tandem made things official 6 years ago to the day during RAGBRAI 38.
Yeah, it's our anniversary. We got married on RAGBRAI 6 years ago, but it was Tuesday, right? Tuesday of RAGBRAI. So I generally celebrate it on the Tuesday of RAGBRAI.
And some of those attendees at the ceremony that took place at a tiki bar in Clear Lake, like Randy Dixon from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, never forgot.
And we had 10,000 people there, and people, as we ride by, say, hey, we're at your wedding, you know, so it's a good time. It's great to celebrate with friends.
Based upon what these 2 lovebirds have seen at RAGBRAI 2016, they wouldn't be surprised to hear wedding bells chime again during a ride in the near future.
I've encountered more first-year RAGBRAI people than ever, and covering the whole spectrum of RAGBRAIs. I've never encountered so many. This is my first one, and they're out here doing it, and it's all kind of people. It's not just big, fit people, you know, healthy health nut folks. It's like people who, yeah, I just needed a challenge, you know, or a friend of mine talked me into it. It's like, good for you, so anybody can do it.
And you ask them, you know, what do you think? And they're like, I love it. It's the, you know, they do. They're like, I love it. It is so much fun.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to break these tents down early in the morning, put them in those sag wagons, and it's on to Ottumwa, and we'll be right there with them tomorrow. Reporting from Centerville, I'm Elias Johnson, Local 5 News, riding RAGBRAI. We are Iowa.
Oh, that's awesome. And as Elias mentioned, we'll have live coverage as the race reaches its second half. If you miss any of the coverage, you can always check our website at weareiowa.com. Local 5 is taking you on the great bike ride across Iowa, and tonight riders are resting after a long day 5. They started in Centerville to Rathbun, then Rathbun to Blakesburg, and they have made it now to their overnight stop. That's in Ottumwa.
Some of us for 12 years.
When you start out, it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
When you're first starting, it's a big, like we have 2 people, this is their first time to go across all the way. The first time you go, that's an accomplishment.
That's a look at today's team of the day, the Sleepy Hollow Academy of Hard Knocks. This family lives across the state and comes together once a year just to ride across Iowa.
It's like a good time. As our Elias Johnson travels across Iowa, he brought along a Local 5 crew to document it all.
Today, he takes a wide look at the faces and places of our state.
Perfect. Thank you. You know, you ride RAGBRAI, you get hungry. Day 5 was no different. A little bit easier. Not as many hills, but still a lot of fun. Here's the sights and sounds from Day 5, riding RAGBRAI.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah. I'm doing this by myself, and you just do not know an unfriendly face.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. It's a massive community. There's so many times you can be on the road and you're just biking by yourself, but here it's a massive collective of everybody that's similar and like-minded interests. It's awesome.
My daughter didn't believe me that people come from all over the world for RAGBRAI, and so I told her that we would just find out where everybody came from.
They're not just from the United States.
Where are they from?
I don't know.
Glad to be here.
We got pancakes. I'm from Kentucky, and this is my first RAGBRAI. It's beautiful. The people are amazing, just really friendly. Just cannot meet a better group of folks.
And tomorrow we're going to do the same thing, heading to Washington, Iowa, the entire route. They say it's all downhill from here. Of course, we'll find out. Riding RAGBRAI, I'm Elias Johnson, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
And Elias will be picking up in Ottumwa and then heading out for the final leg of RAGBRAI.
Yeah, they'll end in Washington, Iowa for one final night out on the ride. Local 5 is taking you on the great bike ride across Iowa. Riders began in Ottumwa, then to Hayesville. From there, they moved on to Westchester and rolled into Washington, Iowa earlier today. That was the route for RAGBRAI today. College pride is something, of course, that is close to the hearts of many Iowans, and it's the same while riding on RAGBRAI. Our own Elias Johnson pedaled the full route today and met some die-hard fans along the way.
Greetings from Washington. Day 6 of riding RAGBRAI, where the theme today, all about college spirit. It was Jersey Day, and boy, were they out in the route today.
Badgers!
Did you see my tattoo?
Go State. Woo! Go Illini.
Go Gophers!
You won't see that anywhere, I don't think.
No, you won't.
You won't see it.
Drake University.
They say we're the windsock of Iowa. You're done, sir. You are done.
The finish line is now in sight. Muscatine or bust tomorrow. The goal, like everybody's goal, put this baby in the water. We'll have that story for you tomorrow as we're riding RAGBRAI. I'm Local 5's Elias Johnson. We are Iowa.
Yeah, we're sticking with it all the way through to the river tomorrow, so don't forget to join us for our coverage then.
Meanwhile, our RAGBRAI coverage continuing tonight as cyclists finally reaching the finish line today. Now, riders began this morning in Washington, Iowa, and finished the ride over in Muscatine. Our very own Elias Johnson has been riding this whole week and dipped his tires into the Mississippi with thousands of other people. He has much more from Eastern Iowa.
Day 7 of RAGBRAI in the books here. 46.6 miles later, we've made it to the Mississippi River, and we got in the ever so traditional front tire dip. Overall, 278 miles put on this trip, and like so many others that are here today who put in a lot more, today was a long time coming this week.
Really great.
This is my champ, this is Steve Squirrel. The first 3 days were the worst.
Very well supported, very friendly people, very tough little hills.
Another week of memories here at RAGBRAI 2016. We sincerely hope that you have enjoyed our coverage, and a big thanks to our team. 8 folks from Sioux City, Des Moines, and the Quad Cities making this coverage possible. Riding RAGBRAI was a true success, and you know what? We'll be back next year. For Local 5 News, I'm Elias Johnson, riding RAGBRAI. Send it back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Elias. And make sure you get some rest. You had a busy week. And if you missed any of his stories along the way, make sure to head over to our website, weareiowa.com.